What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to episode 4 of the Single Dad's Ramblecast, where I don't have anything in particular that I want to talk about because I forgot it as soon as I hit record. Well, today is Wednesday. Everyone knows Wednesday sucks because it's the perfect midpoint of the week. Unless you work 4 days a week, in which case Wednesday's just another day. Maybe even a little bit better, because it means you hit the last half of your week. But for the rest of us, Wednesday kind of sucks. You already did 2 days, you got 2 more days to go, and you got to do today. It blows. But I digress. So, I guess I just wanted to complain a little bit. So I don't know. I tried looking it up to see if it's true, if it's the case or not, but my ex and I went to mediation a couple weeks ago to discuss how we're going to, get our son, like our time with our son. And I got her to agree, finally, to let me have him overnights on my weekend days for overnight. I think it's usually it'll be one night a week, which is great, absolutely wonderful. I have wanted this since we split up. I've been wanting to have him overnights, one night a week. I finally got her to agree, only because I suggested we try a trial run to see how he sleeps whenever sleeps with me, how he sleeps with her, and if it's bad, then we'll try again next year. It's bad that I have to do anything like this, because I should just have him because he's my fucking son, but what are you gonna do? So, got her to agree to that. The mediator got all of our agreements written up. She obviously still doesn't want me to have him overnight at all, but since we agreed to the 1 month trial, next month will be the start of that. Apparently, she talked to her lawyer, and I guess one of the conditions for him staying with me to be her or an unrelated third party to do a home inspection. Now you guys know I live with my mom, where I grew up from like 99 until current. The only time that I did not live there was when I was the 2 or 3 years or whatever that I was with my ex at our apartment, and then the year that I was at my old house that I'm currently trying to sell, 904 State Avenue, $144,900. If you know anyone looking for a house, it's in Coriopolis. Thank you. But so I'm 31. In those 31 years, there was maybe 4 years that I did not live in that house. Oh, wait. 12 years. Excuse me. So we lived with my mom's mom and one of her sisters for a while until we got this house with my dad. Excuse me. So we moved into the house when I was like, I want to say 6 or 7. 7. Yeah. So 7 years, and then the 3 or 4 that I was with my wife that we didn't live there. And during that time, after we moved out of our apartment, we moved out because the rent had gone up too high. So we moved in with my mom. It was way cheaper. She wasn't too happy, or my ex wasn't too happy about it. My mom was thrilled. My ex wasn't too happy about it, but so she lived there for like 2.5 years. 2.5 years. Wow, really? And, oh boy. Wow, that bus just pulled out in front of everybody. Jesus. That is a school bus. Even if it is empty. Holy shit. Sorry. Oh boy. Where the fuck was I? Oh god. I hope there ain't any kids in that bus. Oh, sorry. But so she lived with us for 2 years, and over the years, she'd been coming over. Like before we started living together, whenever we were just dating, she would come over like every weekend, just about, to come hang out with me and get out of her apartment. And again, she lived with us. She lived at that house for 2 years. So she knows what the damn thing looks like. She even stopped over a couple times after our son was born. Not too many times, though. But still, she knows what the damn house looks like. And she always calls it like a borderline hoarder house. It's not that bad. Like most of the bad looking stuff was my shit that was on the table in the dining room. And I cleared that all out. I cleared that all out in the summer before she left me. So it especially didn't look anywhere near as bad as she likes to make it out to be. Well, she wants a home inspection. I said, no, I don't want that. Because she wanted to inspect it herself. And I'm not letting that happen. Because she's not, like, I have been willing pretty much this entire time to more or less give her the benefit of the doubt that she's not going to do something that will just screw me, just to screw me. You know, like, I've been willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. But after all this and a little bit of extra stuff I'm not going to get into, you know, I don't know if there's a possibility she might be watching this, in which case, hi, Jill. But she's not doing the home inspection. It's nowhere near as dirty or filled up with crap as she seems to think it is. She already knows what our son's bedroom looks like, and it looks a little bit better now, even, because I cleared out some more crap that was in there. And even then, he doesn't really go in there, except for whenever it's nap time. We'll go in, I'll let him run around a bit to get his curiosity out, and then I'll say, all right, nappy time, bud, and he'll come over, put his little hands up, I'll pick him up, and he immediately lays on my shoulder. So there's no reason for there to be an inspection at all, period, end of. But when my lawyer contacted me about that letter that her lawyer had sent about doing the home inspection, my lawyer had me call her, and she immediately opened up with, yeah, I don't think this is necessary. This is 100% unnecessary. And I said, well, there's also the fact that, you know, my ex lived with me for 2 years, and I've been living here since November. And she said, yeah, then especially. This isn't necessary. So I said, well, how about I just take pictures of the main areas that our son goes into, like his bedroom and the main area that he runs around in, the living room and dining room. And she said, all right, take those pictures. We'll send that suggestion of taking pictures instead to her lawyer and see what their response is. So about a week and change later, we get the response. My ex's lawyer said, that's unacceptable. How about an unrelated third party? So I was like, no, I don't want anyone coming to my house. Jill had her chance to even just see the pictures. I don't want anything now. So my lawyer sent a letter back to her lawyer. I don't quite understand what it was, to be quite honest with you, but whatever. I think at this point, we're basically just trying to make what me and Jill already are doing with my son to be a court order, so that if she decides to start getting vindictive over stupid shit, it'll be going against the court. So she'll get in trouble. Almost 10 years of love doesn't just disappear, you know, but she's kind of worn out my willingness to just sit down and let her do what she wants. Like, for the most part, I did usually just say no, or yeah, we're going to do this or whatever. Not very often, but for the most part, we kind of just did whatever she wanted to do. She's not my wife anymore. I don't have to do this shit anymore, so I'm not going to, because I'm sick of it. You know, this is my son. At this point, this is my son. I want time with my son. I'm done rolling over for her. It's done. I'm finished. So I'm going to start actually trying to kind of stand up for myself. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be snapping out on her or any stupid shit like that, even if I want to. But I'm done just letting her roll all over me. I'm done. So with that said, I know I've bitched about it before, but dating sites are some bullshit. God damn, I hate these goddamn dating sites now. There's so fucking horrible compared to where they were when I first started using them. And all because of that goddamn match group that owns Tinder, turning everything into fucking Tinder, but worse somehow. Like, how do you make Tinder worse? And I also don't understand. The only thing I could think of is like a thing I saw on Reddit. It was a question that was bitching the same way I do. Is like, why do I keep seeing so many goddamn people out of my preferences and geolocation that I have set? And someone in that comment section said, well, it's probably because they don't actually want people to get together. Because if people get together, that means they lose their customer base. Which, I mean, true. If you actually have someone match, then that's two people that are off your platform. And I guess I get that, but that's the entire point of the damn dating sites. I think that might be where the people that do these sites, like that own them or whatever, I think that's the part that's kind of missing. Is because everything, all of these companies, every single company just needs to take a knee and blow their investors. The investors said we have to make these people's preferences very rarely show up. And just, okay. Like, it's very, very frustrating. And even if you pay, there's no guarantee that you'll still be seeing what your preferences are. And I refuse to pay for any of these damn sites. Because they're supposed to be free. That was the entire point of these sites, was to be able to, for people who don't go out very often. You know, people who don't go out to bars and clubs and all that shit. You don't really meet people at work. You go onto these sites, it's the only other place that you really have to be able to meet people at. And the companies that own the dating sites now suck. Like, I probably would have better luck going out now instead of actually just going on to the sites that are meant to be for people who don't go out. What's the fucking point? It's just very, very frustrating. Like, I got a friend, actually I got two friends who've used the dating sites very, very successfully. My one friend is actually ended up getting married. I was at his wedding the week before my wife left me. That still stings, to be quite honest with you. And my other friend just recently got engaged. Congrats, buddy. And he met his fiance. They both met their women on, I think, Tinder, actually. I'm pretty sure they both only used Tinder. I'm on, like, Tinder, Plenty of Fish. I'm on fucking 2 fetish websites. Looking for non-fetish related relationships. Fuck. Plenty of Fish, OK Cupid, Field, FetLife. Fuck it. I'm just Bumble, Tinder itself. I almost never get on Tinder and Bumble, though, because they only ever show me, like, skinny, pretty women that I would never stand a chance with. I still swipe right, but for the most part, I don't even bother going on there. They just show me people that are way the fuck out of my league. It's frustrating. It's all very frustrating. So if my ex was ever worried about me getting with another woman, I don't think she has to worry about that at all. very, very frustrating. Well, this, like I said, today's Wednesday, March 20th, so I'll give you the date. This is my next to last week, so my last full week of work, and I still don't have anything lined up because the job market sucks ass. My temp agency hasn't found me anything, and I don't know how much I'm going to get on unemployment. So I'm kind of sitting here twiddling my thumbs, and I'm fucked. I don't even know. Like I said, I've said before, I make $23 an hour. And, I'm able to pay the bills that I need to pay, plus all the shit for my house that I'm still trying to sell. 904 State Ave, Coriopolis, PA, 15108, 144.9 right now. And, but I'm making 23. I'm able to pay for all my bills and still have some money left over at the end of the month. So I don't know if I need to have like a similar amount of money for my next job, or if I'd be able to survive on like 19. Because if I knew for sure I could survive on 19, pay all my bills and shit. There's a different job that I turned down because it paid 19, because I'm looking for 20 minimum. But trying to figure out how much bullshit extra tax and whatever they're going to charge me, and figuring out what my actual take-home pay will be, is a lot harder than it should be. Because the taxes in PA are retarded. And I don't know, like with the area that I live in will charge me a resident tax, and I'm pretty sure I have to pay the same tax at the area that I work at, which I think is some bullshit. But it does make sense. But at the same time, having to pay 2 resident taxes or whatever the fuck it is some bullshit. Straight up horseshit. So, I don't know. Figuring out that tax is hard. I listened to my friend the one who's engaged now. He said that if you go onto ADP's website, they have a calculator, so you can figure out what your what your take home will be, and it is fairly accurate for what I currently make. But I don't know, like what the because you have to fill in what some of the taxes will be. Like, I don't fucking know what that's going to be. I don't know if that's a consistent tax amount. How the fuck am I supposed to know that? Plus, I don't know what area I'm going to be working in when I get my next job. So, I mean, like I said, it is a calculator, so it's not necessarily going to be 100% accurate. Because you're putting shit in, like, you kind of got to guess on some of it. But I was able to figure out exactly how much I'm paying at this current job. It was a hell of a time figuring out the exact numbers, but especially because when it came up how much I should be making, and it was about $150-200 more than I actually take home, I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this? And then I figured out from there, oh shit, I have health insurance. So I went to the ER without health insurance, was looking at probably a fuck ton of money, and I have health insurance. So I was able to call the medical billing department of that hospital, and hopefully they'll be sending me a bill that isn't an arm and a leg and might only just be a pinky finger and pinky toe. God, I'm hoping. I'm worried. I'm very worried. The first bill that I got from it was like $1,400, and that was the cheapest of the 3 that I would likely be getting. I know for sure I'd be getting 2 bills, but I might have also gotten a third bill. And the first cheapest one was $1,400. So let's hope that the insurance covers more of it than what the non-insurance covered. Because I just had a stomach bug, and they put me in like the fucking CAT scan machine. They gave me a saline bag. I was looking at the bill, and it said the fucking saline bag was like $1,000. And considering I work for currently I'm working for Thermo Fisher, who does parts ordering for labs and hospitals and shit. I know for a fact that those hospitals get that for about 20 cents. So the most they should be charging is like $20, and they charge me $1,000 for it. So when I get my new bill, I'm going to ask for an itemized receipt. But I'm at work, so I'm going to go. Thanks for listening to episode 4 of the Single Dad's Ramblecast. I think it's episode 4. Might be 5. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to count. I'm bad at numbers. But I'll talk to you guys later. And I hope you guys have a good day.